Hello there everyone, that set off pretty quickly. So hello if you are there, and it is me, Lydia, and happy Thursday to you all. I hope that you're having a really great day. I'm sorry that I am on my phone today. My computer setup would not work, which is a little bit weird, but I'm sure I can figure it out for the next one. So hello again everyone. Hopefully there are a couple out there joining me. And today we will be looking at the new release that went live today. So I have all the new goodies out in the front of me. And hopefully if you are there, please comment so I can say hello there, Dripper. How are you? I hope you're good and that the weather's been good. It's been pretty lousy today here in Wales. So, hello Cece and Sue. So because we have the lives on a set days, so we have a Monday and a Wednesday over on Facebook, we have a Thursday here, and because the release was on a Thursday, we are on the YouTube today, so that's why we are over here. We're doing a little bit different today. So I am going to move you guys down. I am sorry that I am on my phone, and I haven't got the split screen, so I'm just going to have to move you guys down so you can see the new products. I will also put my lights on so you can see. Okay, right, now I'm very, very bright. Hi there, Linda. And Horea. Yes, I'm in Wales, so I'm in Buckley. Hi there, Lynn. Hopefully that's not too bright. I'll move it up a little bit. So we got some light, but not too much glare. So these are all of the new products. And I'm going to move them around because I'm on my phone. So we'll be stamping upside down today. Hopefully we can move that down a bit, but I do want to see the comments as well. So first up, we have amazing things. I should maybe move this down over here and move this across so we can see it a little bit better. Hello there, Stacey. So this one is amazing things. So we have a large bloom, and then we have two layers that go inside. Now it kind of gives like a dripped paint look. It reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. Those who know me know that I'm a little bit obsessed with Alice in Wonderland. So this is a really great one for me, you know, when they paint the roses red. So you have the outline here, and then you also have the layers that looks like it's dripping, and it is so, so cool. Hi from London. Okay, so this is the beautiful, amazing thing. So as well as the set, we will have the matching mask stencil and also the die as well. I'm just going to turn the sound off because otherwise we will be having a party with all the beeps and pings. So that is amazing things. Then we have the Petunia Builder. I'm hoping I'm saying this right. So this one is the Petunia Builder, and we have this large, beautiful stem, as well as these flowers and leaves. Now these are exactly the same as the ones here, apart from if you can see where things go under things, so petals go under the petals, you will have the full image on here, so you can layer this up to create a really great effect with that one. So you do have the inspiration on the back and in the middle, like always. So that one is the Builder, Petunia Builder. As well as that, we do have the masking stencil, the mask stencil, and we will have the dies available too. Okay, so that one is there. As you can say, I didn't want to say that word again. Okay, now we have the Bird of Paradise. Now, if you're looking for a tropical flower, this one may be for you. So we have two different Bird of Paradise stems in here with all the layering images. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 layers that go within to create this beautiful thing here. Oh, I missed that comment. I am sorry, it's just popped up. Maybe some of the dies aren't in stock. We do have a little bit of a delay on the die shipment, so maybe that's what you were asking there. So this one is how it lays up, and it lays up really quite quickly. The wonderful Jennifer Maguire did a video using this one, so that is in the inspiration hop that starts on the blog today on the stamp blog. This one has the die, but it doesn't have the mask stencil for this one, so you can order the die for that one. If the die isn't in stock, just sign up via email to get a little reminder when it does turn up. Okay, so this one is next. This one is Calming Reverie, and you can see that this is huge. So you have a flower on here. I'm just gonna grab my little ruler, and you can see that it's about 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. So it's really a large flower there. You have 2 layers for these. You have the solid and also the little dappled or stippled images here. Okay, so this one is a really great one to add detail just with one layer, and I think this is very pretty. You can just use this layer on your own, and I'm sure there are a lot of images out there, inspiration with that one. So we do have the mask stencil for that, and you can, or it gets the flower, the inside as well, so you can do both of those separately. Then we will have the dies. I think it's next week. I'm not 100%, but again, sign up for the little reminder and it will let you know when it's in. You're going to get the 2 dies for the flower and the leaf, and also an extra hello. It is larger than the one on the stamp set, so this is kind of a standalone hello that you can use for all of your projects. Next up, we have the Wild and Free. Now this one is chock full of flowers and leaves, and it also has a little dragonfly. I know people have been asking for dragonflies, so maybe this set is for you, just to have that little dragonfly there. So there are a myriad of different images there. There's so many leaves and so many different flowers that you can play with and create your own gardens. We have the mask stencil for this. And also the die set will become available. Sorry that I do have these on these big boards, but these are the sample dies that I have because, you know, I didn't have the ones in the packaging. Next up, we have the Blooming Mandalas. Yeah, that would have been a nice idea as well. Okay, I'll let them know. So this one is the Blooming Mandala. So you've got a really large, beautiful, detailed mandala here. And then you have a half a one up here. But if you wanted to create this one into a full one, all you need to do is stamp it, then turn it around and stamp it again, and you can create a really large one that way. You've got some really great sentiments on this set too. And if you were to colour all that detailed one there, it is a great one. So that one is the Blooming Mandalas. Again, we will have the die set available for this, so it will cut the large one, and that half of one, it will cut around the outside, but it won't cut this line here. So if you wanted to create a double one where it's full, you're not going to have that cut line, which is really, really great there. So that one is there. Then we have the Say It With Love. Now this is a huge release, I am sorry. I will hopefully get into stamping in a little while. This one has so many different sentiments on it, all really, really pretty and heartfelt. So if you like sentiments that can be used on the outside of your card as well as the inside, this may be a stamp set to go and take a look at. Last up with the stamps, we have the Hello Everyone that's joined me. This one is the Apothecary Labels. So we have 5 label shapes as well as some sentiments in there. So this is going to create a solid colour when you stamp it with a little border that doesn't stamp. So there is that. We also will have the die set for this one. I think this one is in store. So this one doesn't cut the border around the outside. So this is going to cut directly on these lines, so you're not going to have a white edge on your little Apothecary Label. So we will stamp and die this one, so you can see how that one works. Now the rest are dies. So these ones, the ones that are on the board, are not in stock just yet. So just go up and pop in a reminder for you to be able to buy them. So this one is the Circled Hugs. Then we have the Circled Hello, the Circled Thanks, the Circled Love. I won't use these today but I just wanted to show you that they will be available for you. Then we have the phases of the moon. Now this one I'm sure is in the website, the shop at the minute. This is phases of the moon die set. So this is going to cut out phases of the moon. So you've got your full moon, your half moon, and then your waning and waning, I think it is. It also works with the mini moon die set. So if you have the mini moon, so this tiny dice stamp set, and it stamps the moon in 2 layers, this works perfectly with it. So you can add all different shapes and sizes and phases of the moon to your cards. Sorry, Aurum, I went a little bit quickly with those circled ones. So I did forget to say that lovely Aurum is behind the badge. And also, if you do share this, you will be with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Altenew store. Sorry about that. I do get a little bit carried away. So that one's Phases of the Moon. Then we have Shine die set. So this has a large shine and then another shine. Now, they were made to layer on top of each other. She is doing amazing at putting the links out. Thank you, Aurum. I do go a little bit quickly. I'm sorry. So we have the shine in the same font, but this one will layer on top of this one. But I do think that you could use these separately because you can see that they both do say shine. And there we go. So that is the beautiful shine die. Now this works with the which one is it? Diamonds stamp set. Shine Like a Diamond stamp set. I should have got that because it says shine. So that was out in the last release. So that one's the Shine die set. Then we have the Garden Trellis cover die. So this one is going to cut a cover for your card. So it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And there we go. Okay, I'll try and talk a little bit louder, I'm sorry. So this one cuts 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and that will cover the panel of your card base. So that one is there. Last but not least in the die sets, we have the terrific tags. And you can see this is a large die set. You're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different tag shapes in there to add to all of your paper crafting projects, be that cards, journals, scrapbook pages, or you could even add these to little tags to homemade presents and things like that. Okay, so we're good with the volume. Okay, I won't shout. Now, Driffer. I know the lovely Driffer has been waiting for this, and it is now available. So we have the ink blending tool. It's going to come packaged really, really prettily. And this is such a great blending tool. So it's quite large. I would say it's around about 1 1/2, maybe 2, near enough 2 inches wide. You get white bristles on there. They're really short as well and compact. So this is going to add lots of great blending to your projects. I will use this. One of my favorite things about this is the little caddy, because it clips into place. So it's not going to fall out of there. And when you put it onto your desk, and normally when you put your ink blending tool, you just put it straight down and it'll leave like ink there, but not anymore. It's all compact and stuck in there. So that is really, really great. I love this little blending tool. Last but not least is the metallic thread. Oh, sorry, that's my washing machine telling me it's finished. In here, you're going to get 3 spools of metallic thread, obviously, because that's what it's called. And you're going to get the enchanted gold, which is more of a yellow gold. The antique gold, I would call this more of a cool gold. And then you're also going to get the beautiful silky lilac. So this is a really great one for adding some twine to your projects, maybe some stitching, and it's going to give that beautiful twinkle there as well. So there is that. And thank you, Aurum, for popping them all in. Please let me know, guys, if there is anything that you would like me to stamp, because I don't want to miss something that you really want to see straight off. Okay, so please let me know. First one up is the first thing that we're going to be stamping. Otherwise, I will work my way through my pile. Okay, Petunia Builder. just because I can't see it properly. Okay, so this is our begonia, and it is very, very pretty. So I did have this stamped up, but I can't seem to find it. Okay, so we do have lots of inspiration in the little guide, but what I wanted to show you is you don't necessarily have to use this whole begonia. You can definitely just use these little images here. Okay, so this one, hopefully we can see what's happening here. And I'm going to pop one of the sentiments down. Doesn't matter which one it is, I'm just going to grab one. Grab myself a little block to pop it on. And we are going upside down today, so it's crafting without a safety net, I believe, when you're doing it upside down. So I'm just going to ink that up using my favorite black ink, which is the Obsidian. I'm going to stamp that down. Hopefully we are straight. Okay. Oh, what I do need to grab is my permanent black. One sec. Other side of the desk. Because we will be using artist markers. Okay, so I'm just going to grab one of the flowers from over here. Oh yeah, the Calming Reverie is very, very pretty. So clear that up. Grab my little bin off to the side. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take one of the flower images and I'm going to stamp this up around my little sentiment. I'm just going to do it once because I just want to show you how you can create a really quick and simple card with this. And it's going to kind of hug that little sentiment at the top. Okay, you can see that we've stamped that. Now I'm going to want some leaves too. I'm going to pop one over here. I don't want to do any masking. You can definitely do masking if you wanted to, but you know, for a quick and easy card, especially if you just wanted to send a little card to someone just to let them know that you're thinking of them. So hopefully we're good with that little layout there. The script is amazing. It is really pretty, Connie. Okay. I can move that off. What I'm going to do is, because I've used my permanent black, it does take a little while to dry. I would definitely leave it for like 30 minutes before using your artist markers, or you can use a heat tool if you have it turned on. Okay. So hopefully this is going to dry in time. I'm just going to grab some markers. Now, I am going to go for one of my favourite little quick ones, which is the blush and the rouge. And also, so they're from set C, from the Red Sunset set. And then I'm going to go for Frayed Leaf and Forest Glades from set A, which is from the Green Fields set. So you can buy these in sets of 4, or you can buy the 12 pack of the artist markers. Also, I am going to grab my mango smoothie, which again is from the set C, or you can buy it in the 4 scoop set. Completely up to you. So if you're just new to colouring, you may want to grab a 4 set and then you can have a go. So I'm going to move you slightly in a little bit. Oh, we do have re-inkers, yeah, for the markers. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing a little bit of flicking action. I'm going to add my darkest colour in first, which is the rouge. And I'm just going to go from where it's going to be the darkest. That's going to be at the base of my petal. And all you can see is I've added a few little strokes outwards towards the edge of the petal. I'm going to do that on all 5 of these petals that we have here. So there's 1, 2, 3. Now this one has a little curl, so I'm just going to add it around where it would be under the petal, so it would be darkest. Oh, yes, I will use the blending brush. And then here, I'm going to go along the edge there, under that petal, just a little line. Hopefully we can see, hopefully we're not too fuzzy. And then up there. So this is really, really simple marker coloring. This, I think anyone can do this one. I'm then going to grab my blush. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly the same, but I'm going to go further into the petal. I'm not going to worry too much about having white around the edge. That is just going to add an extra layer for me. Okay, so again, just quick flicks. And always move your cardstock rather than trying to move your hand when you are colouring. I find it a lot easier that way. Just flicking outwards. And then this last petal. Okay, for the center, I'm just going to grab my mango smoothie and I'm just doing dots. Just going to dot that in. Easy enough. Then for the leaves, I'm going to go with the Forest Glades. Now I'm going to do my flicks down from this center point that we have in this leaf. Okay, so flick, 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 flick. Okay, so not a lot. And then move again. And you kind of want to do flicks that are not completely straight. You want a little bit of a bend in there. That's going to give it a more natural look. As you can see, I have done this plenty of times. All it does is it just comes with a little bit of practice. Oops, wrong side. So we do have two sides to these markers. Okay. And I'm going to do exactly the same. Now, I'm not worrying about leaving a white edge. That is just going to give me an extra highlight. Okay. Oops. Don't forget to turn. There we go. And there we go. We are complete with card one. All right, I'm going to move you guys back out now. There we go. So that is the first one. Okay, let's go with amazing things. Okay, because I just want to show you how this one lays up because it is very, very cool. And again, with my love of Alice, this is one for me. And the fonts in here and the scripts are really, really cool too. So firstly, I am going to grab my outline. I always find it easier if it does have an outline to use that first because it's going to give you a really good point to line things up. Sorry about that. I was just moving my blocks out of the way because I knew I needed my huge, humongous one for this one. So again, I'm going to go with my exceptionally crisp obsidian ink. Ink that up. And stamp that into place. Maybe we go here. I don't think it matters. Let's just pop this down. I mean, if you're not happy with the placement, you can always then cut it out of your panel. So nothing's ever wasted. So there is the outline. Now, if you wanted to, you could definitely use your artist markers or watercolors to color this in. Oh yes, Sue, I always do my outline first. I really find that it makes a difference. It makes it a lot easier. So I'm then going to take my first layer. And I know that this one fits on my block. Okay, now for this one, because I have my outline down, the easiest point to line up with this is, as you can see, there's a bit there that doesn't stamp, and that is going to go on this petal here. And that is the place that I always line up first on this stamp. So I always kind of find a place. So that is my first point. And then this petal, the ones that are really next to each other, but then they have a bit down here, that is going to be my second point there. And because I'm painting my roses red today, I am going to go with a red colour. So I'm going to go with Coral Berry and Ruby Red for this one. So this is my Coral Berry. I'm just going to ink that one up. Okay, and the you can see then how easily that one then does layer up. I'm just taking into account that one and here. I never try and line up everything. I think that would be a bit too confusing. Normally 2 points, 3 points is always best. Have a little bit of a trifecta going on. So there we go. And you can see how cool that is. So you can see the paint dripping down there. So that one is the first layer. Then I'm going to grab the second layer. Now, as before, this one goes around this petal that's really quite white in the center. And then I've also got that bit there with the 2 petals either side and the really dark bit. So I'm going to go with that one. And ruby red for this one. Okay. I can't start singing. Okay, so there we go. Pop that in. Stamp it down. I did go a little bit off, but I'm not going to worry too much. You can see just how cool that painted flower effect is there. Now I wanted to show you one of these sentiments at least because they are fabulous. I'm just going to grab one of them and my block again. I'm actually cleaning my stamps off as I go, which is unlike me. I think we might have 2 cards nearly done. And you could definitely use leaves from other stamp sets if you wanted to. So this one says amazing things will happen, but I wanted to show you the font on this one because it's awesome. There we go. And you can see just how great that font is with that flower too. It is so very cute. Yeah, Connie, that coral berry is one that I will never put away. It is my favorite pink color of all time. So even though it was the first one, I do love it. Diana, yes, you will get the link. If you don't get the link, just make sure that you email support at Altenew and they will then forward the link on to you, okay? So that one is the amazing things. I'm sorry that you forgot, Diana, but I'm glad that you're here with me. So let's go up again, shall we? Let's go with this one. Now, I wanted to show you that it's really, really easy to create a whole background with this, just using this flower here. So, I'm just going to take him off, and you can see how huge he is. Okay. I'm going to pop him onto my largest block. So this is a 6x6 block, so you can see just how big it is there. I normally use a chamois, but I forgot to dampen it before I came on, so that's why I'm using my paper wipes. Okay, I'm just going to grab a piece of coloured cardstock. I'm not necessarily bothered what colour it is. I think this is the Lavender Fields cardstock from Altenew. It's one of the Altenew cardstocks, but it is a purple colour. So I'm going to go with a purple to stamp onto it. So I'm going to go with the hydrangea because I have this out. I know they're different tones, but I think we should be good. And I'm sorry, I'm molting a little bit. So this is the hydrangea. Hello, Christine. Oh, don't worry. Okay. I did miss a comment and I am sorry. They just fly by so quickly. It's like they pop up 1 second and then they're gone. So when I create an all over background with my stamps, I always try to pop this on kind of in the center, but over to the side. Now, if you go directly in the center and then work your way out from that, it's going to look a little bit strange. It's always more pleasing to the eye if you start off center. Okay. So I've got my first one down. There we go. And look how pretty that is. I do have this stamped up in green so you can see the proper tone on tone. So then I'm going to take another one, and it's kind of like a jigsaw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work from one point, pop it down. Okay. It is a really beautiful colour. I don't use it often enough. I don't know if you watched Sarah on Facebook yesterday and she said she has to challenge herself to use purple. I'm kind of the same way. I don't know. I kind of always go to my teals and my blues. Everyone knows that my favourite colour is the Lagoon, so I'm trying not to use it today. I do have it out on my desk, but you know. And then I'm then going to go over here. Now you don't want to go here and then try to fit an image in. Always try and fit an image towards these edges because it's always easier, especially because you're not going to see if it's perfect. Okay, I'm going to flip him around. I think he fits in a little bit better there. Okay, this is very, very pretty, and I just love how big it is, especially if you're a scrapbooker. This would be a great one to use on your scrapbook pages. And you could definitely create like a whole 6x6 with that one really quite quickly. So we've covered the front of a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card base there. And I just wanted to show you, so you can add the little centers in. But I do have one already stamped up with this one, with the greens, and I am loving the greens. So I don't know if you're a green lover or a purple lover, but you can add the center in to this one here, then just a quick sentiment, and I think that would work really, really well. It's very subtle, but still very, very pretty at the same time. So there is in green and in purple. So yeah. I think I'm leaning towards the green one. Okay, let's move on. So now we have the Bird of Paradise. Maybe, yeah, we're going to do the Bird of Paradise first, then we'll move on to the little blender. Okay. So I'm just going to stamp one of these up. I did want to show you how easy it is. We have 2 Bird of Paradise stems, one going one and one going the other way. I'm just going to grab one of them. Oops. Now, this stem is a little bit flimsy, okay? So if you want the layers to line up properly, I do have a little trick. All I do is I turn my stamp set over. So this is where all the stamps are attached. And then I add it to this side. This is going to like grab onto that plastic. So it's not going to move around. You could position it the other way if you wanted it to be, and then pick it up on your block, and that way you know that it's going to be able to fit all your layers in properly. Also, it is going to be able to cut out with the die. So we're going to ink this one up again, obsidian. Okay, I'm just going to stamp him over here. Okay, if you want to, because you do have the outline in that, sorry, frog in my throat, you can use your favorite coloring mediums to color it in. So I'm going to grab the first layer. So all the layers for this stem are all down the bottom, and all the ones are for this stem are all at the top. So that's easily done for you. Okay, I'm going to grab my greens. I'm going to go for my favorites, which is the tropical forest. This one is the parrot. Ink that one up. And stamp that into place. I didn't ink it properly. You can see here, oops, that my ink has pooled a little bit. Now, because this is a solid image stamp, it may have got a bit of grime on there, a bit of grunge. What I would do to make that stamp correctly, I do want to show you, is just take an eraser. Any regular eraser will do, and just rub it over the stamp, okay? So once you've got that down, it's going to kind of give it a cloudy look now to your stamp. But when you ink it up, I'll just stamp it over to the side because, you know, we're only playing, right? if I stamp that over to the side now, you can then see that my stamp and my ink are best of friends and that it's gone down perfectly. So if you are having trouble with it pooling up a little bit, that might be a great way to do it. Okay, so there is how I condition my stamp. So if you didn't know what conditioning means, there it is right there. Now we're going to go for the second layer. Okay, I'm just going to pop him down, pick him up. Olive. I'm just going to ink that up. And stamp that into place. These are really easy to layer up. Okay, there's that one. Then we have the third layer for this one. Let's use a little smaller block now because we can. We're going to go with the moss for this one. So these are all the tropical forest layers. I just missed out the bamboo, which is the lightest. Okay. Once I've done that one, I then have my little, I don't know what these are called. They're the flowers, but do they have a special name? I'm going to go with the ones that are supposed to be orange. So on a normal bird of paradise, that's what colour they would be. So I've got my oranges here from the warm and cozy set. And I'm going to go firstly with the sun-kissed one. Sorry everyone, I do have a little bit of a summer cold going on. So I'm going to stamp this in. And now these are really easy. They're just going to go within, oops, the outline that you have there. Okay, so that is the first layer on that one. I'm then going to move on to the second one. And this one's going to be the orange cream. Sure, you could definitely play around with the colours on these to create many different colours. Although Bird of Paradise, I think, are only in like the purple and orange colour. I don't know. Please let me know if I'm wrong. Okay, and then the Autumn Blaze. So these ones are all from the Warm and Cozy. And you can get them in the little mini cubes as well if you're short on storage space and you want all the colours. Okay, I'm then going to add the ones that I haven't stamped in purple. So I'm going to go with, let's go with that hydrangea from before. Twist and pop it in. That's my little dirty stamping habit of cleaning it off with my fingers. And then I'm going to go with the ultraviolet. Sorry, Kay. And I'm going to pop that one in there. And there we have our very cute little Bird of Paradise. And you do have a different one, which is larger, that turns in the different way there. So that is the Bird of Paradise. I can move that one over now. Okay, I want to use the blending tool for you. So I'm going to go with the blues, and I did want to add a little bit of pink into them. So I'm going to go with Lilith's favorite color combo, to ink blend. So for this one, it's going to be the blues. I'm going to go for Aqualicious and Dewdrops. And then I'm also going to go with the baby pink and fuchsia. The baby pink and the fuchsia are from the spring bouquet. And I'm not, I think it's, I'm not sure about this one, or I'm sorry, I've forgotten what set these ones are from. So I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going to grab myself a panel. When I'm ink blending, I do like to pop a little bit of a piece of scrap paper under me, because if I get it on my board, I just won't wipe it off. So we have my little ink blenders, and I do kind of keep one for each color tone, not necessarily each ink, because then I would have to have thousands, but I've got one for blues, I've got one for pinks, I've got one for green, and one for grays. So that's how I work it. Now, when ink blending, I always start with my lightest color first. Reason being is the paper will want to grab this straight off. Okay. Yeah, Aurum is behind the bud. She is super quick at the links. So this one is the dewdrops. So because we want to kind of get like a layer down there first, so this is going to put up a little barrier. The paper does grab it straight off, so that's why I want to pop a really light color down so I don't add any marks in to my paper. So I'm just adding my dewdrops down. You can see that it's quite faint at the minute, but we will darken this up, don't worry. Yeah, Aurum, the lovely Aurum. So hopefully we can see that there is a bit of blue on there. There's not a lot. This is going to add colour really gradually. It's kind of really ergonomic. You can grab it like that if you want to, or you can grab it like this. I do find that grabbing it like this is easier for me. So I'm adding 3 different spots on my card around there with that one. I'm then going to grab my baby pink. And I'm going to add this in the spots that I haven't added. So 3 spots around the outside. And these 2 colours, when they blend together in this little place here, are going to add like a purpley tinge, which is very, very pretty. So that's how I've challenged myself to use purple again today. So there's my baby pink down. Now this layer that I'm popping down isn't my final layer. Okay. My baby pink. You can see just how much easier it is to use a tool like this. I did like my little makeup brushes, but I find these ones so much easier to use because I'm not having to do this action. It's more of a, I'm getting it where I want it. Then I'm going to go on with my Aqualicious. Okay. And I'm going to go over that where I've put the blue just at the edges. So you can see there. It's a really beautiful blue colour. This is one that I don't use often enough because I always grab my lagoon colours, but this one is still a very pretty, very turquoisey colour as well. So I'm going to add that on. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to my fuchsia. This is Lilith's favourite colour combo, I think. So I'm honouring the lovely Lilith today. So that's my fuchsia, sorry, around the outside. And then once I have this darker colour down, I will then go back through my lighter colours. And that's going to give me a really great blend that way. Okay. So going back to my baby pink. Sometimes you just need to hum when you're ink blending. And so there's the baby pink down. And then I'm just going to go over with my dewdrops. And then I can pop it in my little container. It's not going to fall out. Shouldn't get so excited about things like that, but I do. Because I make enough mess on my own. For my blending tools to make a mess as well, it's not great. Okay. So we've used a pink and a blue, and we've created that beautiful purple in between the blends as well. So maybe we add a mandala onto this one. Oops. Okay. Trying to move things out my way, but I just keep making so much mess. Jean, I love the Bird of Paradise too. It's one of my faves. Now I had my huge block, and it's the biggest block in the world, and I've lost it. No, it's there. Okay. He doesn't even fit on there. He's going to fit that way. And do I go? I'll maybe go magenta at the bottom and then a teal cave at the bottom. So this is the next in line on the baby pink, the fuchsia, and this is the magenta. I'm going to pop one at the top. You can spend a little bit more time lining yours up. Give that a good squidge. Oh, I hope this does work out for you, Connie. I like it. I love the fact that it's got a little caddy in there, so it's not going to make any more mess than I make by myself. So that one is the magenta, and I'm then going to go with the teal cave, which is next in line from the dewdrops and also the aqualicious. This is the Sweet Dreams set. Sorry, Aurum, I remembered now. It's the Sweet Dreams. I would buy a couple. I don't necessarily clean mine off. I keep them for the different color tones. So I have one for blues, one for pinks, and one for greens, and things like that. I don't have them for each and every color, but I do keep them for color tones or color families, I should say. So this one is the teal cave, and I'm going to pop him up there. Oops, I did lift that a little bit, so hopefully we've stamped it okay. But, oh, there we go. And you can see just how pretty that is. And I think I'm preferring this one. I think it's a little bit more subtle with the magenta than it is the teal cave. Or you could use the colors that you did use for the ink blending as well. Completely up to you that way. So that one was the Blooming Mandala. Okay, I'm trying to think what we have left. Because I don't really want to get into the dyes. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what we have. We have the Apothecary Labels, and I did want to show you that they cut perfectly. And I think this will be the last one that I will show. Okay, so I have my Apothecary Labels, and I will stamp one of these for you. Thank you, Aurum. Yes, Aurum said that they clean off quite easily. Maybe I try one. I'll just get myself a clean baby wipe. But then I think when you do clean them off, you may need to leave them to dry. Yeah, the ink's coming off pretty well there. Okay, so you can see that it is cleaning off. And I think just running under a tap, because these are dye inks, depends on what kind of inks that you do use on it, but it seems to clean off pretty well there. Okay. Oops. Now I've made a little bit of a damp area there, so I'm just going to stamp on it to here. Okay. So I have one of my little Apothecary Labels. I'll pop him down. Now this is a solid image stamp, so I will add a bit of conditioning to this first. And let's stamp him with, I'm going to stay away from the lagoon. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to go with cloudy sky instead. Okay. Can you see how much that hurt me not to use the lagoon? Okay, so I'm making that up. You could always use a Misty if you wanted to make sure that you are stamping these perfect too. Okay, there we go. So I have my little Apothecary Label stamped. Okay, now normally with dies you will have the little border around the outside, not with these. Okay, so I'm going to just get the die that fits completely. I think it's this one. Now you're going to want to layer this so you can see the little white, you know, the little white detail in that label. You can see that rather than the outside of the label. So I'm going to cut this so I can pop it through my mini blossom. I should have done that beforehand. Okay, so I'm going to get my little thing, a little bit of washi tape that I have to the side because I ran out of my masking tape. So I'm placing that so I can see the little detail, and it is even all the way around. Stamp, pop that down. Mini blossom. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So, because this is cut right to the edge of this, you can have all your labels looking like you've stamped them out of multiple coloured cardstock, and it doesn't actually in fact look like you've stamped it. It looks perfect. It looks like a little printed label, and then you can pop all your different sentiments on there as well. You have all different sizes too to create many different things, and most of your sentiments will work on there. Yay, Rory. I'm so glad that you're happy about the no white edge, but I do think that's really pretty. And then you can again add them to all of your little projects, and you have 5 different sizes with them. So guys, I'm going to move you guys up now. Hopefully I don't scare you. Okay. Okay. There we go. So you're going to use them for your Christmas text. That would be awesome. Thank you everyone for joining me. I have cut the top edge of my head off. Okay, thank you for being here and for sharing as well. Hopefully that you've seen something in this release that inspires you and makes you want to create something beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone, and I'll see you again really, really soon. Have a great week. See you soon. Bye-bye.